Well, good evening and welcome to Center for Spiritual Living, Greater Las Vegas's Wednesday evening service. My name is Reverend Laura Hallett, and it is my pleasure to be the spiritual leader of this amazing community here in Southern Nevada. For those of you that may be joining us for the first time or joining us from somewhere else in the country, we are so delighted to have you here with us. I just love the way that this technology brings us all together each week. This week, we are playing with affirmations. Now, affirmations are one of our most basic tools. It's one of the things that actually begin to get us a way of changing our thought patterns and changing our belief systems. Now, when you think of affirmations, you may be instantly reminded of the Saturday Night Live skit with Stuart Smalley, who was the talk show host that used affirmations a little excessively. He began each one of his talks with, "I am good enough, I am smart enough, and doggone it, people like me." I think he had the right idea, but it was a little overdone, and of course it was meant for comic effect, so there was quite a bit of over-dramatization in his affirmations. I had not had much experience using affirmations when I came to Centers for Spiritual Living in the early 2005. I was working in the bookstore helping to set up the database. And so as part of my task there, I was entering in all the books and merchandise that was in the bookstore into our brand new database that we were creating. And I came across a book called Change Almost Anything in 21 Days. Recharge Your Life with the Power of Over 500 Affirmations. It's written by Ruth Fischel. And I was intrigued. I thought, well, goodness, I have some things I want to change in my life. And if I can do it in 3 weeks, why not? And so I bought the book and I applied some of the principles to it and found a little bit of changing of some of my behaviors and thought patterns and so forth through the application of that. But I didn't really understand what affirmations were at that time. And again, I felt more along the lines of the Stuart Smalley version than I did with actually finding a beneficial application of them. Now, our founder, Ernest Holmes, says that affirmations are for the purpose of converting thought into belief. They are for the purpose of taking an intellectual idea, something that you understand at that level, at the intellectual level, and actually making it an embodied belief, something that we actually begin to live from. And so when we actually apply our affirmations to the things in our lives, we actually can bring about a change. Now, here's the catch of all of this. We are constantly using affirmations. It is said that every time we use the word "I am," anything after it is an affirmation. We use them in our daily lives whether we're aware of it or not. How often do you find yourself saying things like, "I can't seem to get ahead. I'll never meet anybody I can love. Everything I eat goes straight to my hips"? These are affirmations. These are affirmations that we begin to embody because we've changed it from a thought, from an intellectual idea, into an embodied understanding of that. And so generally speaking, we want our affirmations to be brief and specific, some kind of action-oriented phrase to state what it is we are wishing to have as our experience in a specific area of our lives. And there are 6 main requirements that all affirmations must meet. I like to think of them as the 6 P's here. They must be personal. They have to be about you. They have to be about each one of us individually. We use words like I, me, and my. We use those personal pronouns, the first person pronouns. We're talking about ourselves here. They are present tense. We are not talking about this will happen. We say it is happening now. We don't put anything into the future. There's no power in the future. Power exists in the right in the right now. So we keep them present tense. They need to be positive. We try to avoid those words with don't or not in them. Words that are contractions like I won't or I can't or I don't. Those kind of words there's no power in those. We want to keep them as positive as possible. Don't put no in the sentence, leave out not, those kind of words. We want them to be powerful. We need to have words that actually spark an emotion within us, something that actually begins to have some oomph behind it, something that you can actually feel. And along with powerful, they need to be passionate. Again, something we can get our emotions behind, something that sparks something inside of us when we say them. There's some power to them, passion in them. And they need to be pertinent. They need to be about what it is you're wanting to change. Try not to be wishy-washy or vague about it. They need to be to the point. And so those are the 6 aspects of each affirmation that makes them a powerful one. So one of my favorite affirmations is from Charles Fillmore, who is the founder, along with his wife, is the founder of Unity. And I love this affirmation. It's one that actually, I can see every one of those 6 P's in it, and it actually brings a strong emotion into me when I say this affirmation. The affirmation goes, I fairly sizzle with zeal and enthusiasm and spring forth with a mighty faith to do the things that ought to be done by me today. I love this affirmation. I fairly sizzle with zeal and enthusiasm as I spring forth with a mighty faith to do the things that are to be done by me today. Let's look at that. Is it personal? Absolutely. I, me, personal pronouns in there. Is it powerful? Absolutely. That zeal and enthusiasm springing forth, mighty faith, those are power words. Is it present tense? Yes, it's happening right now. Is it passionate? Yeah. I sizzle with zeal and enthusiasm. There is passion right there. Is it pertinent? Is it something that is happening right now? Absolutely. I do it today. It is things that are happening right now inside of me. It is pertinent. It is what I am moving forward into being. So it fits all of the 6 P's in there. Personal, present tense, positive, powerful, passionate, and pertinent. I fairly sizzle with zeal and enthusiasm as I spring forth in a mighty faith to do the things that ought to be done by me today. This is a really super powerful affirmation, but it can be a little long. They don't have to be this long. They don't have to have quite as much description in them, and still they can be powerful. Several years ago, I had a friend use the phrase, you walk with unapologetic confidence everywhere you go. And that stuck me. That stuck with me. That unapologetic confidence is now like a catchphrase for me. It's like that, when I remember that, when I remind myself of that, there is a power in that, and I can move into any situation with it. And so I've created an affirmation for myself. Everywhere I go, I walk with unapologetic confidence. So let's take a look at those for the six P's for it. Is it personal? Yes. I. Everywhere I go, I walk. Is it present tense? Absolutely. It's happening right now. Is it positive? There's no negative words in there at all. Is it powerful? Yes, that unapologetic confidence is a power and a passion for me. That is something that I can really get behind. It means something to me because it came to me through a beloved friend, and it speaks to who I want to be in the world. And is it pertinent? Yes. Everywhere I go, I walk this way. This is who I am. It is very, very relevant to my life and to who I am and who I want to be in this life. And so those are just a couple of examples of powerful affirmations and the way that I use them in my life. Now, there are ways to figure out how to do the affirmations for yourself. And so I'd like to take us through a little experience of that. You may want to get a piece of paper or something to write this down on, because I'm going to ask you some questions that we're going to then ponder and see what comes through for that. This is a great way of drilling down in a situation to where you can get to a place where you can create an affirmation from it. So the first thing I'd like you to do is to think of a situation that you would like to change in your life, something that's happening right now in your life. It may be a situation about your health or relationship or work or any of that thing. And it doesn't have to be the worst situation. Just find something, whatever comes to your mind, first thing that comes to your mind, of a situation in your life right now that you would like to change. And so just jot down anything that you want to jot down about that, anything that is standing out or coming to your mind about this situation. I'll give you a moment here to do that. So our next question in here is, how would you feel if this situation were to change? What are some of the feeling words that you can get out of that? And try again to find those words that actually speak to you, that bring some passion to you. Like I would feel, like my first one, I would feel enthusiastic. I would feel full of zeal and enthusiasm. I would spring forth. Those are powerful words that bring something up to me. How would you feel? Would you feel happy or would you feel ecstatic? Would you feel okay or would you feel joyous? Think about the words and see if you can come up with some words that bring a little emotion to you when you say them, when you think of those words. So I'll give you a moment to do that. How would you feel if the situation were to change? And the next question you need to ask yourself is, what steps can you begin right now to bring about a change in this situation? What action can you take right now that will bring about a change in this situation for you? And again, find action words that are powerful. Like I said, with I fairly sizzle. That's an action. What a strong action that is. I spring forth with a mighty faith. Those are strong, powerful words. Everywhere I go, I walk with unapologetic confidence. There's power in that. There's a strong action in it. See if you can get that. You could, instead of walking, maybe you are striding. Instead of going out in your day, say that you are leaping forth in faith. Find some words that are juicy words that will actually bring some feeling and emotion into the affirmation. So I'll give you a moment to do that. So now take a moment and look back over your answers to those 3 questions that I asked. And just note any words that bring about a strong feeling or an emotional response in you. Circle them, highlight them, underline them. Find the words that actually evoke some kind of a feeling in you when you're reading them. And now your task is to create a short affirmation for this situation. Remember, keep it personal, so start it with the word I. Keep it present tense. I am. What is it that you're doing right now? Use one of those strong words. You don't have to use the am in there. For instance, like I said before, mine didn't have the word am, but I walk. I fairly sizzle. Powerful, passionate words. Avoid using any words like don't or not or won't. Leave those out of there. Choose some of those powerful and passionate words. And make sure it's about the situation, not something that's vague, that could apply to anything. Make sure it's about the situation you're dealing with. This is an easy way to just simply create a short affirmation for yourself. Again, this is going to go back to changing an intellectual thought into an embodied belief. Actually rewiring our brains about how we think about certain situations. That's what the affirmations will do in our actual physical being. They will actually create neural pathways that allow you to think differently about a situation. Now, these are a great way to do that. And then there are ways that you can actually begin to create affirmations that are super fun. And so I went through and wrote down a few of them today that I thought were joy, that actually tickled me when I read them. For instance, this one, nothing can dull my sparkle today. Now that does have a kind of a negative word in there, nothing, but it's really not. It's nothing can dull my sparkle today. In other words, everything that I encounter today is going to make me sparkle. It's got all of the pertinent things in there. I love this one. I am blazing my own fiery, shimmering path, leaving my sparkle wherever I go. I kind of like those ideas of sparkle and bubble and glitter and things. Again, that fairly sizzling thing that goes along with it. I am bright like sun rays and bubbly like champagne. Here's one from my science geek that's in me. My protons are aligned and I am positively charged. Oh, I like that one. Reminds me of my science teacher days. Here's another one. My happy vibes attract my amazing tribes. Put a little of alliteration in there, a little rhyme in there. Makes it fun. Here's one. I am putting on my power pants and walking out with pride. Again, we got some alliteration going in there. Power pants and pride. Putting on my power pants. We got a lot of P's in there. They don't all have to be silly, but they can be really something that moves you. Like, life is better when I laugh, so I laugh loud and long. These are just a couple of examples of some affirmations that you can use to brighten up your day, to remind yourself of truth, to get you out of a funk, to rewire your brains. They are ways that we can begin to shift our thought patterns. And then we can actually begin to add those into our spiritual mind treatment, putting these statements of truth, these affirmations, into the realization stage of our treatment. If we put all of this together today, it would be an amazing treatment. In fact, why don't we go ahead and do that? Why don't I just take us through a spiritual mind treatment using the affirmations that I just used with us today. All right, so let's just turn within. And so relaxing into that place in consciousness, I remind myself of the truth that there is nothing that exists outside of this one divine creative power and presence, that this universal intelligence, this love intelligence, this infinite wisdom and place of creativity resides right at the very heart of my being. It is the truth of who I am. It is the truth of all life. Nothing exists outside of this one dynamic creative energy. And so I know for myself right here and right now that nothing can dull my sparkle today. That I am blazing my own fiery, shimmering path. I am leaving my sparkle wherever I go. I am bright like sun rays and bubbly like champagne. All of my protons are aligned and I am positively charged. My happy vibes create my amazing tribes. And I put on my power pants and walk out with pride. This is the truth of who I am, and I am so grateful to know this. I'm so grateful to feel it, and I'm so grateful to see it unfolding right now in my life. And I release this word into the law. Knowing it is good, I just simply let it be, and so it is. Well, if that doesn't spark joy and fun in your life, I don't know what will. Create yourself some amazing affirmations, something that actually speaks to you of who you are becoming, and something that will begin to shift your thought patterns around situations in your life. It is an amazing practice, and I hope you enjoyed our time together tonight playing with affirmations. So have a beautiful and blessed week. We have Justin Vogel here to give us a little bit of a musical inspiration, and I hope you consider joining us again next week. Thank you so much. Have a great week, everyone. Here at Center for Spiritual Living Greater Las Vegas, we are a mission and vision-driven community. We offer transformative educational opportunities, deep and meaningful moments of connection, uplifting Wednesday and Sunday services. We greatly appreciate your contributions that support the amazing work we're doing here in Southern Nevada. We have several easy ways you can contribute. We have text to give. Simply text the amount of your donation to our text to give number, and you'll be prompted to enter your information. There's a link to our online donation page posted below this video where you can contribute by debit or credit card. And of course, you're always welcome to send a check to our office if that works better for you. All of your contributions go to support the great work that we're doing here in Greater Las Vegas community.
When I was a boy, each week, a Sunday we would go to church. I listened to my daddy preach. He would read the holy word, consecrate the holy bread. Everyone would kneel and bow. Today the only difference is everything is holy now. Everything is holy now. When I was in Sunday school, we would learn about the time Moses split the sea in two. Jesus made the water wine. I remember feeling sad. Miracles don't happen still. But now I can't keep track, 'cause everything's a miracle. Everything's a miracle. Everything is holy now. 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 And wine from water is not so small. An even better magic trick is that anything is here at all. So the challenging thing becomes not to look for miracles, but finding where there isn't one. Holy water was rare at best. I could barely wet my fingertips. Now I have to hold my breath, like I'm drowning in a sea of it. There used to be a world out there, heaven's second-rate hand-me-down. Now I'm walking with the reverend here, 'cause everything is holy now. 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 And wine from water is not so small. An even better magic trick is anything is here at all. So the challenging thing becomes not to look for miracles, but finding where there isn't one. This morning outside I stood, I saw a little red-winged bird shining like a burning bush, singing like a scripture verse. Made me want to bow my head. I remember when church let out. Today the only difference is everything is holy now. 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 Holy now. Everything is holy now. Everything is holy now. Holy now.
The monthly publication, Science of Mind magazine, is a treasure to be read and contemplated. Along with in-depth articles, there is a day-to-day spiritual support to be gleaned from its daily guides. Licensed practitioner Lynn Frankenberger hosts Adventures in Faith on Zoom, and you're invited to join in. This is a weekly group discussion that focuses on those daily guides and how to apply them. Check Facebook and our weekly newsletter for more details.
Keeping it real, keeping it real. Keeping it real, keeping it real. Keeping it real with Reverend Laura. Keeping it real, keeping it real. Keeping it real, keeping it real. Keeping it real with Reverend Laura.
CSL Greater Las Vegas brings you much of your favorite spiritual music every Friday at 7 p.m. with Spiritual Soundscapes. Enjoy performances from CSL GLV vocalists along with special guest singers. It's music for your soul. Subscribe to the CSL GLV YouTube channel to get a convenient link sent to you for each musical performance. At CSL Greater Las Vegas, it is our mission to inspire spiritual discovery through community connection, exploration, and celebration. This mission supports the all-inclusive vision of Centers for Spiritual Living worldwide, in which we envision a world that works for everyone and all of creation.